Hello everyone, welcome back to Community Distance Reiki. It's wonderful to have you here with me this evening. If you're new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself and set any intentions for your greater good. We're going to start things off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. And if you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. You're still seeing the coming soon page? Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I will possibly have to reload. Let me know if you see my face as I'm speaking. But yeah, if you'd like to learn more about me, schedule a session or reading, or check out my Reiki charged crystals, head to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description along with all my social media and my email list. So, okay, you can see me now. Okay. Yeah, something's definitely been up with YouTube. I've seen it in a couple of the streams I follow during the day that it was just kind of a little bit fun. Okay, cool. So yeah, let's get ahead into the session. Thank you for letting me know, and I'm so happy to have y'all here. So let's go ahead on over into the grid. There we go. And my computer is making a little bit of background noise, so I'll just put on some background music. There we go. And it looks like the cats were blessing the grid. No worries. Okay, so as usual, we're getting started out with a mirror. This helps to reflect and deflect any negative energy. Copper spiral helps to break up any energy blockages. And I did get a request sent to me earlier today by someone who couldn't be here for love and being loved in a really true and beautiful way. So I'm going to start off with some pink kunzite. This is the stone of compassion. It's also helpful for attracting commitment-based love and heartache and heartbreak. It's also helpful for hormones and neuralgia, as well as chemical sensitivities and allergies. It's helpful for new moms and sleepless babies as well. So we're going to go ahead and bring this in. So that is pink kunzite. It is, I always feel so close to the Kuan Yin when I hold it. So there we go. So lots of love. Oh, it's so good to see you all. We've got Affirmation Station, Joanna Sparkles, T, Jennifer Vatsa, Still Not Still, Patty and Key, Christina, Chris, Lila Ray, and Tabs. It's good to see you all. So let's go ahead. I'll start with the tippity top and I'll work my way down. So Tabs energy, intentions are energy, focus, managing anxiety, big picture planning, long-term goals, overall well-being while working with the night shift. Gotcha. And reconnecting with spirituality and guides. Absolutely. And Still Not Still, requesting for emotional regulation, feeling really dysregulated after a counseling session. Gotcha. So let's bring in some crystals for both of those things. So let's bring in, for Still Not Still, I'm going to bring in lepidolite and amber. Let's see, big picture, long-term goals, tiger eye. Some green calcite, energy and focus, let's bring in some Super 7. Okay, so for reconnecting with spirituality and guides, let's bring in some Super 7. This can help with all the ways in which we're intuitive, as well as helping us with larger goals and things we're working towards. So it kind of hits a couple of different notes for you. It also helps with strengthening our energy field, especially when we're around a difficult work environment. Night shift definitely counts. And it helps too with healing past life issues, karmic factors, and even connecting with the earth to do healing there. But this is a lovely stone of intuition and connection. So that's Super 7. Next, we will bring in for focus and energy. We have Bumblebee Jasper. This does have quite a bit of sulfur as well as arsenic in it, so be very careful with this stone. It also helps definitely with energy, feeling vital, wanting to get work done. It gives a lot of clarity and a lot of mental focus, as well as motivation and confidence. It helps to empower manifestation, and it's also wonderful for decision making. So that is Bumblebee Jasper. For anxiety, let's bring in one of my favorite stones for anxiety is green calcite. So this helps to not only calm and reassure, it also helps to unwind the physical tension in our body that we hold because of stress and anxiety. It's wonderful too for bringing in some ease and for bringing in a lightness. It helps to kind of quell nervousness and bring in a bit of a lighthearted energy too. So that is green calcite. Okay. For big picture focus, making big long-term goals, definitely tiger eye. This is definitely a fine attention to detail and big expansive vision at the same time. So this one helps to bolster your courage. It helps to give you a lot of balance, a lot of strength, and it also helps that like expansive thinking, but all the details still being important. It's a very entrepreneurial stone. If you're writing something like a business plan, I couldn't recommend a stone more. It's very protective energetically as well as physically, and it's especially protective around things like jealousy and envy. Also helpful for study and research, fact-finding, compiling information. So that is tiger eye. And for some support for Still Not Still. And apologies if you hear some background noise. I think one of the neighbor's kids is running around in the hall. So this is lepidolite. Lepidolite is lithium mica. It's excellent for support of mental health all around. It's a good mood booster. It's lovely for everything from codependency to obsessive thoughts. It helps to highlight thought patterns and beliefs that maybe they're best to be let go of and moved forward from. It's very calming and soothing, and it helps with understanding our emotions and where they come from as well. Also helps the joints and can aid in weight loss. And it's definitely one that we don't use internally. It's a prescription medication for a reason. We've been through that. We've been through like why that's a problem. To like take this and just use it as like a supplement or put it in water and drink it. Carrying it with you, buying a beautiful piece of jewelry from like Etsy with lepidolite. It's a wonderful way to work with the stone that's super safe, but not in water drinking. And we also have some amber. This can really help with like mental stability and any kind of mental healing. And excuse me one moment, I just need to cough. Sorry about that. Also helps with depression, seasonal affective disorder, and it can help soften rigid attitudes and firmly held beliefs so we can kind of expand our mind a little bit. Lovely for tooth pain and teething, as well as creativity, and it's helpful for emotional blocks, relieving negativity, and in general inviting in lots of luck and lots of protection. So that is amber. Amber is fossilized tree sap. So there we go. So that's amber. So I hope that that helps. Still Not Still and Tabs. Good to see you both. Oh, you're welcome, Tabs. Hey, Catherine, as well. It's also helpful for restoring confidence, especially about our appearance, particularly those things about our appearance that we're really tender and sensitive about. And it can reinvigorate our passions in life. So if you feel like things have kind of lost their zest, emerald is a wonderful stone to work with. So that's what we will bring in. Awesome. And let's see. If we start out nice and even, things go well. If we start out crooked, things don't. So let's just take a moment and there we go. I think that's perfect for now. There we go. And what little kitty is stomping around? What you doing there, Gertie? There will probably be some visits of kitties today. We also have some sunstone. This will definitely help with anything job interview related for sure. This one helps to greatly expand our vision of our own potential and what we're capable of. It also helps to bring a lot of luck and recognition for who we are, what we've contributed, and what we continue to contribute. Oh, hey, you want to come up? Hey, you want to come up? Come on up, Gertie. Meow, meow. Everybody hears your mews. Want to come up? You're unsure? You want to take me by surprise? That's always more fun? Yeah, it's more fun. So this also helps with career opportunities, including promotions, but this is definitely like as far as interviews, this will help you show your best self, and it'll also help you kind of stand out among the crowd. Also really helpful for marketing yourself or your business. So that's definitely part of marketing yourself, is definitely a job interview. And also lovely for protection against anyone that would exploit you around money. Oh, surprise, we have a kitty. Yeah, we have a kitty cat. We have a kitty. Meow, 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 meow. It's a Gertie. Oh, what a good little lady. Yes, you are. Oh, it's warm in here, so of course you're going to sit on me. Yes. Oh, you brought purrs. Oh, Gertie brought the purrs. How nice. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Awesome. So all the best to your husband and your son, and thanks for being here, Lila Ray. And let's see. Oh, it looks like there's definitely some witchery still going on. The chat keeps getting connected and disconnected and reconnected. So, Renee, it's good to see you. Okay. Let's bring in some of Chris's request. Hello. Oh, Gertie is so full of love today. Yes, you are. Oh, you put some fuzzy love all over my shirt. Appreciate you. Rhodochrosite, leopard skin jasper, carnelian, moonstone. Hi, you. Oh, you brought the purrs. And yeah, let's start there, and let's also bring in some jade too. So jade helps with peace of body, mind, and spirit, and also aids in dream work, as well as making our dreams, larger goals, and bigger plans come into fruition. It helps with resourcefulness, confidence in a big way, as well as grounding stress. It's very empowering, and it helps with prioritizing yourself when you need to. It's also fantastic for general luck and good fortune in every aspect of life. So that is jade. Specifically, that's nephrite jade. Carnelian is the stone of relationships and the sacral chakra. You want to play with that? There you go. So in addition to that, carnelian is also a stone that helps with creativity. Colds and viruses and allergies as well. So this will also help Lila Ray's husband and any of you struggling with allergies right now. But this is a stone of close, intimate relationships as well as how we relate to society in general. Yeah. Oh, what are you doing? You're being too cute. That's what you're doing. Here, my computer stopped being loud. I'll turn down the background music so you can maybe hear some purrs. Yeah, did you bring purrs? You did. Thank you for bringing enough for the whole class. Yeah, Gertie is much pushier when it comes to cuddles than Hattie. Hattie is much pushier when it comes to playtime. And treats and snacks and anything regarding food. You're so not a food-motivated cat. You know, you are not. Your sister is, though. Next, we'll bring in a little bit of moonstone. Let's actually bring in the larger pieces, because is today the new moon in Taurus? You would think I know, but I'm pretty sure it's today. Moonstone helps with connection to everything around the moon and lunar cycles and lunar magic. It's wonderful for intuition, and it's protective of women as well as travelers. It helps us to connect with the divine feminine as well as ancient healing techniques and spiritual practices. Helpful for intuition, helpful for accepting divine timing, helpful for learning wisdom, for finding secrets. It's like everything you would think the high priestess in the tarot to be connected with. So that is moonstone. Leopard skin jasper is superb for our animal companions. This helps not only for animal wellness, but it also helps us to connect with our animal guides. It's lovely for attracting a soulmate too. Also helpful for anything that is impacting the skin, as well as coordination and balance. So that is leopard skin jasper. And next I'm going to bring in some rhodochrosite. This is one that's really helpful for asthma as well as stress headache. It's lovely for mother-child bonding. It's also really helpful for healing any kind of maternal type wounds and emotional pain. Helps too with telepathy, journeying, and connection with our ancestors too. So that is rhodochrosite. Are you using your claws to demand cuddles? Are you? Are you? I was sitting here all alone for hours and you didn't come out, and now you need to have your cuddle bugs. And I will get to the rest of your requests as we get through the stream. Chris, thank you so much. It's wonderful to see you. Oh, you still can't see it. There's a little Gertie hand over my heart. A little Gertie paw on my heart. Yeah. Christina, lungs. Okay, gotcha. Respiratory system in general and throat chakra. You got it. So let's do rhodonite, green kyanite, and the throat chakra. Blue calcite. I wanted to bring in blue lace agate. So green kyanite helps with the throat, the chest, the lungs, everything. Pretty much a lot of what we mentioned with emerald as far as the upper respiratory system. But this is also really helpful with balancing and blending the mundane, regular, everyday life with our spiritual side. Wonderful for gaining wisdom and intuition, as well as connecting with plants and nature, and this time of year is a great time to do that. So that is green kyanite. Let's see. Try to make a nice match there. There we go. Petting a cat, leading her share. Yes, 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 yes. Good girl. That's a good girl. Oh, too cute. For the lungs, we have rhodonite. This is excellent for lungs, but also asthma, allergies, and anything autoimmune, all of which are definitely in my world. It helps with overcoming breakups and heartache and heartbreak and opening our hearts to love once again. It's superb for healing emotional insecurities as well as helping to heal a lot of pain that's come from past emotional abuse. It's also really helpful for balancing yin and yang in the body. So let's go ahead and bring in rhodonite. That'll definitely help lungs. And I'm just going to bring up the background music again because I hear some copyrighted music out in the distance. There we go. Blue lace agate can be excellent for the throat chakra. It also helps a sore throat, so this may help your lungs a little bit too. Oop, it looks like the camera is frozen again. Ta-da, there's my hand. Okay. Blue lace agate is also helpful for tension headaches, skin allergies, and expressing anything that's truly difficult to kind of get the words out. Also can help soften any communication that could be hurtful for someone else. It's wonderful too for the bones and for arthritis. So that is blue lace agate, but that's one of my favorite stones for the throat chakra. So I hope that that helps, Christina. All the best to you. Awesome. Ooh, I'm loving these requests, everyone. Awesome. Jennifer Vatsa, low back pain, focus and clarity, mood, and energy balance. Stones, blue tiger eye, sapphire. Blue tiger eye, sapphire. Blue lace agate, perfect. Already there. Blue apatite and also going to bring in, let's see. Also going to bring in, because I think this will support you, but also some other requests from today, and that is dioptase. So dioptase helps with releasing self-neglect, and it also helps with things like chronic fatigue. It's lovely for taking better care of yourself and also for being in the present moment. It helps to attract a good, healthy match for you in the love department, and it can also help with stabilizing emotions in a big way. So I think this is actually going to help Still Not Still as well. It also helps with blood pressure, IBS, constipation, general digestive issues, including ulcers, and it's thought helpful for the heart, like the physical heart. It's also wonderful for making just general healthy changes in your life. So we will bring this in. It also is another one that can help like vertigo, dizziness, things like that. So that is dioptase, but it is excellent for emotional stability. Blue apatite helps with our relationship to food, especially when it comes to whether it's dieting, whether it's losing weight or gaining weight, or just something healthier, or shifting the way that food plays a role in our life, this can support that. It's also helpful for learning about our soul's purpose and giving us lots of courage to act upon it. It helps to strengthen our energy field or aura, and it's lovely for inner peace and inner harmony. So that's Blue Apatite. And yes, it's hilarious that the name is Apatite and it helps with our relationship to food. Next is Sapphire. This is fantastic for channeling mediumship, connecting with your angels and your spirit guides. It also helps the thyroid, eyes, ears. It's thought to support folks with dementia as well as those who care about and for them. And it helps too with envisioning a positive outcome in times of intense change. So that is Sapphire. And next is Blue Tiger Eye, which will also help support Catherine's request. But this is Blue Tiger Eye. It's really helpful for calm and easing stress and balance. It's also wonderful for when you need to stand up and tell the truth. It's a great stone for not only truth tellers and whistleblowers, but also for like facts over feelings, public speaking, especially when like what you have to share isn't what people want to hear. Helpful too for writing, very much helpful for writing and really just expressing oneself in general. Here we go. So that is Blue Tiger Eye. That also helps the throat chakra, by the way. So that'll help Christina. So there we go. So that's Blue Tiger Eye. Good to see you as always, Jen. And let's see. So good to see you. Let's see. Oh, let's get some of Patty and Key's request. Ooh, Red Tiger Eye, Tiger Iron. I was going to get Amazonite for Jennifer, so I'm glad you called that too. Amazonite can really help with low back pain as well as issues of the spine and spinal nerves. It helps with taking better care of oneself, with self-respect, and it also brings in a lot of luck, like winnings and things like that. It's a very calming presence as well. This is my favorite stone to recommend for nurses. So that is Amazonite. And Tiger Iron helps with, this is Tiger Eye with hematite in it and sometimes also red jasper. This can be excellent for clearing and restoring the blood. It's long been thought that hematite helps with that. But Tiger Iron also helps with relieving fatigue and boosting energy, with balancing emotions and helping to clarify our mental space, helping to clarify our thought processes. So it brings in a lot of, it can help kind of relieve a little bit of brain fog, if you will. Lovely too for not taking on the problems or troubles of others if you have difficulty with those boundaries, and also helps with nervous kids, nervous animals, and it boosts creativity while balancing the solar plexus and root chakras. Let's bring in a few more of these. Tree agate, Septarian, Desert Rose Selenite, let's bring in some Zoisite, Kunzite's already in there, Aquamarine, and Hydro. Let's start there. So Anhydro is just a way of referring to any stone that has formed around water, meaning that there's actually water trapped in the stone. The camera here is absolutely not fancy enough to be able to see the water bubble in here. I assure you it is there. But this is lovely for fluid imbalances, for releasing destructive emotional patterns and general just unhelpful self patterns. And oh, it looks like we're going to get a two kitty blessing today. Yes, we are. Oh, you can stay too. It helps with connecting to family history and genealogy, and for having good amicable relationships with people who are a little on the difficult side. Oh, and you want to come up and say hi? It's Hattie time. Oh, Good to see you. Lovely too for healing the past, and for if you're having trouble discerning the credibility of information or of people, and hydro can really help highlight that and help support that. What are you doing, little lady? What are you doing? Oh, thank you for visiting. Desert rose selenite is really helpful for big life changes, especially the big life changes that you make through consistent effort over time. And it's really helpful for redefining yourself. It also helps with sticking to schooling. It's lovely for skin issues like acne and eczema. It's helpful too for an upset stomach, like just general upset tummy. Wonderful for fighting off viruses, supporting the wellness of animals and the health of men. Great too for real estate and property transactions, especially the paperwork behind them. So that is desert rose selenite. So let's go ahead and put that in here. Oh, let's put that here. Septarian is... They want to be where the other one is, always. Septarian is lovely for muscle pain and spasms, but also with emotional maturity, emotional growth, and even shadow work, like where we go in, we face those parts of ourselves that we're least proud of so that we can start to learn from those things and move forward. Helpful too for identity crisis and basically supporting us to shift our opinions and beliefs, especially about ourselves, and giving us a chance to see things from a new perspective. So that is Septarian. Aquamarine is helpful for healthy movement of all the fluids in the body, and it's also lovely for teeth and gums, as well as forgiveness, and inviting in a may justice prevail kind of vibe. It's also, I like to jokingly call it the anti-Karen stone. It helps to deflect petty behavior and people who want to take out their grievances on people who did not deserve it, things like that. So it keeps a lot of like immature vibes at bay. So that is aquamarine. Zoisite helps with releasing negativity, inviting in fertility, and it also helps with relieving sluggishness, apathy, the feeling of, oh, I just don't want to. I know I get the feelings of the I just don't want to's here and there, and this can be really helpful. This is also a great stone for people who tend towards procrastination, which is absolutely me. This is the stone of, okay, yes, that's a large to-do list, but rather than getting paralyzed by the looks of it, let's just grab a couple of things. Let's start with one bite, and we'll continue working through it until it's done. It also helps with tummy troubles as well. Yeah, it helps with encouraging you to face any challenges and setbacks. So that is zoisite. And tree agate. So tree agate is sacred in Ayurveda. That's the sister science to yoga. And this is great for calming the physical and emotional nerves while also bringing considerable balance, especially on the body level, but also in the mind and spirit. It helps with dissolving ego, bringing in a lot of inner peace, helps us from being stuck in negative routines and habits, helps us to move on from those. And it's lovely for making new connections too. So that is tree agate. And let's also bring in just a couple more of your requests while we're here now, and then I'll work through them. Let's bring in some fluorite, some fuchsite, and some chevron amethyst. Chevron amethyst helps with pain and tension, and it's superb when it comes to degenerative diseases like MS, and it's wonderful for tolerance of others. It's also really helpful for any kind of clairvoyant work, especially shamanic journeying, meeting with your angels and your guides, and any kind of visionary work like that. So that is chevron amethyst. Fuchsite helps us to allow ourselves to experience fun just for the sake of fun. It helps with self-care, carpal tunnel syndrome, any kind of inner child work. It's wonderful too for the spine and also for better sleep. So that is Fuchsite. There we go. And fluorite is wonderful for finding the calm amidst the chaos. It's great for if you work in a chaotic environment, if your home is a chaotic environment, or if just things are swirling around you where you don't have control. This can help you to kind of find that center point and relax a little bit too. It's also really helpful for new moms as well as newborn babies. So that is fluorite. Go. Okay. Great for just general relaxation too. And I will get to the rest of your requests as we go through. And thank you for being here. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to see that, Patty. You're kind of low in your spirits, frustrated, tired, and grief stuff. Let's see. Let's bring in pink opal, which I think you requested opal. Pink opal can help with renewal of body, mind, and spirit. It's lovely for merging our intuition with our conscious and intellectual mind. Helpful too for meditation practices, any kind of self-healing practice, and any kind of connection to our angels or spirit guides, any kind of shamanic journeying or visionary work to any other realms. Lovely for the lungs, heart, spleen, connective tissue, blood sugar issues like diabetes and hypoglycemia, and holding a space of nonviolence. So that is, there we go. That is pink opal. I hope that that brings some help and some relief to you. Affirmation station for angel guidance, soul and divine calling, healing the chakras. You got it. So angel guidance, let's bring in angel light and celestite. Let's also bring in divine calling. And healing the chakras. So let's start with some clear quartz. These are double terminated quartz, meaning that they have a point on each end, and these weren't carved this way. These actually came out of the ground this way. If you hold these like vertically in your center line, it helps to align and harmonize your chakra, your shishamna, and your whole energy field. Additionally, clear quartz helps to amplify any intentions or manifestations, as well as the energy of other crystals and stones. And it can stand in for any other stone that you might not have. So if you don't have a particularly large crystal collection, it's okay. Get a couple extra pieces of clear quartz, which is very readily available. For soul's purpose, blue apatite will definitely help, but so will Larimer. This is lovely for connecting with your spiritual purpose and feeling that you have confidence behind you in how you express it and how you move towards it, how you actualize your soul's purpose, to give you a sense of connection to spiritual insight and even pioneering new ways of bringing your spiritual purpose forward. It also helps to separate the ego from the self. And on a physical level, it's good for cartilage, hair, and feet. So that is, I'm going to put that here and here, Larimer, which is only found in the Dominican Republic. Oh, there we go. I'm also going to bring in some chrysocolla. Chrysocolla helps with encouraging us to follow through with our spiritual purpose, and it also helps with making decisions that are in alignment with our highest good and highest well-being. It's great too for finding new ways of connecting through creativity, which can help you to learn about yourself. It can help you to find greater balance, and it can also be a nice outlet for expression of feelings. We've also got for angel connection, let's bring in Angelite, which, as the name would suggest, definitely helps us to connect with our angels and guides. This is lovely too for enhancing your experience of sound healing, and it brings in a ton of spiritual protection. It helps us to feel connected to source. So that is Angelite. Celestite is very closely related to Angelite on a geological level. And this helps us to connect with higher wisdom as well as our angels, so our higher self, our guides, as well as the angelic realm. It helps with discernment too, especially if you're getting a lot of intuitive or what you're not sure is intuitive wisdom. Like, is that a fear? Is that intuition? I can't tell. Celestite can help. Can also help with dealing with pain, as it kind of boosts us into our upper chakras, so it changes our experience of pain. And it can help with clear thought as well as connection to art and music. So that is Celestite. Okay. Awesome. Lots of love to you, Affirmation Station. Good to see you. T, abundance, focus, organizational help, inspiration, and hanging on to hope. Gotcha. Stonewise, picture jasper, desert rose selenite. Oh, desert rose selenite's in there. Good. So picture jasper. Desert rose selenite. Yellow calcite. Amber's already in there. Yellow calcite. And hanging on to hope too. And for hanging on to hope, I'm going to add in some snowflake obsidian. This is lovely for hope, and especially after any kind of loss or in the face of something that's just makes you question any reason for hope. Snowflake obsidian can really help to support you with that. It also helps with soothing loneliness, releasing guilt, with general body, mind, and spirit balance, and also with calming overstimulation. It brings a lot of inner serenity and inner peace as well. So let's go ahead and bring snowflake obsidian in. Next, we'll bring in that yellow calcite. Definitely helps overall with our self-confidence and with doing what's important to us in our life. This is a good one for supporting good, healthy boundaries. It helps you to release any feelings of need for approval of others, and it's lovely for setting priorities based on your wants, needs, and desires. It's great for, also great for optimism. So I feel like this could help with the hope thing too. So let's do There we go. There we go. So that is yellow calcite. Aragonite with Caribbean blue calcite. So basically, this is two different types of calcite together, and they tend to work with two very opposite ends of your energy field. The blue Caribbean calcite, the blue here, that resonates more with your soul star chakra. That's above the crown chakra, and that has to do with the highest possible expression of your spiritual purpose and like the the highest expression of what you can achieve right here and now with things as they are. So of course that's always updating and changing as we make decisions, as other people make decisions, as different opportunities become available. But it helps us to connect with that spiritual North Star. The aragonite or brown connects with the Earth Star chakra, which is beneath the root. And that's where we can take our spiritual purpose and actually make it actionable, something we can use, something that we can take to say, not only is that the highest possible spiritual version that we found at the Soul Star chakra, this is also helpful for us to show up in the right places, meeting the right people, doing the right things, and generally in life, showing up in that empowered action. So that is Caribbean blue calcite with aragonite. So there we go. And picture jasper is helpful for envisioning the future, envisioning potential. It's like a big picture stone in a way that's more like expansive than tiger eye is. This has the ability to help with illuminating and helping us to release hidden fears, to help support the kidneys, and for helping us to open up to the idea of new adventures as well as new ventures, like a new business too. Helps too with travel and moving abroad, experiencing different cultures, different languages, and also helpful for certain types of addiction. Specifically, it's thought really helpful when it comes to quitting smoking. So that is picture jasper. So I'm glad to see you. I hope you're doing well. And let's see. Yes, it is the new moon in Taurus today. Awesome. I am a Taurus moon, actually. Yeah, in my birth chart. I am an Aries rising, Capricorn sun, Taurus moon, and I have a Libra stellium. So if you understand anything about astrology, that's kind of fun. And let's see. For flower, withdrawal from medication stone, please. Gotcha. Let's see. The one that wants to come in intuitively is blue kyanite, so I'll bring that in a moment. But I'm also going to bring in galena. Galena has a significant amount of lead, so definitely be careful with it. But this is a stone that can help with energy protection, but also grounding and centering, which anytime I have any shift in medication, I feel like that grounding and centeredness really helps. It also helps to reduce inflammation, boils, cysts, and it's also thought to help support a healthy olfactory system or sense of smell. Wonderful for disorders of the bones and for healthy hair, hair health and hair growth, as well as mental and emotional transformation. Helpful too for any kind of Saturn transits in your chart, as well as winnings of money and having anything lost or stolen returned to you. So that's Galena. Blue kyanite can be really helpful with a number of things, from radical self-acceptance to neurological care, any kind of neurological care, to just general support. Helps too with understanding the spiritual messages that are coming through our intuition and for making general healthy changes. It's lovely too for harmonizing things like spite and immature behavior. So we will bring this in. So that is blue kyanite. Malachite. This can be really helpful. This is the first one that popped to mind for you. So this can help with everything from insomnia and poor sleep to processing really difficult emotions without getting stuck in them. It's wonderful for depression, anxiety, phobias, connection with the Archangel Raphael. It's thought to have some impact on seizures and epilepsy, arthritis, I think I mentioned general inflammation, but I mean, it really is helpful for that. But also healing and support for pancreas, pituitary, spleen, and liver. And with that, I always, I mention this, I try to mention it at least once every stream. I am not the healing arts person that's going to be anti-modern medicine. I'm not at all. I happily admit that I take antidepressants. I find them super helpful. And I do the Reiki and the meditation and all of the other things too. Everything I do is complementary in nature. None of it will contraindicate any kind of treatment that you're already getting. So I'm happy to support you in the limited capacity I can with whatever your intentions and goals are. But yeah, I don't see this as a replacement for anything else. So I hope that that helps support you through that, flower, and lots of luck to you. I know switching medications can be such a, it can be so impactful in so many different varied ways. So I just wish you the best with it. Catherine, something for focus and editing. Tiger eye is helpful. Blue tiger eye is helpful. You've changed almost the entire ending of the book, and you need to have it in for second edit on Friday. Oh my goodness. Let's bring in, so in addition to the ones that I mentioned, let's bring in labradorite. Let's bring in sodalite. And I feel like black and white banded agate might be a good bet too. So labradorite helps with that fine attention to detail that you need for editing, and also for like workplace harmony, calming disputes. It's great for better sleep, and it's helpful for clairvoyance. But yeah, this is something that can help you to find errors in a lot of information, like editing a book. So that is labradorite for sure. So let's bring that in. It's also a lovely stone of clairvoyance for anyone that wants to get more intuitive. So let's bring that in. I'm also going to bring in black and white banded agate. This helps with perception and logic, and balancing that with the input we get from our guides. It helps to clear and stabilize the mind, which is very helpful for editing, as well as stabilizing your energy overall. It's helpful for financial stability, new beginnings, shifting perspective, and also with endurance, like mental and emotional endurance, and any themes around death and dying. So that is black and white banded agate. That's why it looked different. There we go. Awesome. And sodalite helps with expression. And oops, that's why that looks different too. Hang on. There we go. Awesome. Sodalite can help with expression, whether that's writing, speaking, singing, performing, however you put yourself out there. It's helpful too for menopause symptoms, as well as coming to terms with issues around aging. And it helps to ground impulses, as well as helps to cope with homesickness. It's particularly helpful for writing too. So I'm going to bring this in as well. So that is Sodalite. Okay, and all the best to you with making that deadline. Oh, thank you, Tabs. Lots of love to you. I hope you enjoy this when you get to listen to it. Oh, Renee, that support for Key is so precious. Seriously, watching all of you support each other it's the most helpful thing you can do in here. Thank you so much for that. I love watching that. But yeah, she has come far, and she is really amazing. Oh, there's some buffering still. Yeah, it seems like it's not on my end for once. It might just be on YouTube's end, which is bizarre. Renee, could I put something in intuitively for all of us and our fur babies? Absolutely. Intuitively for us and our fur babies, definitely. I almost feel like it's the cheesy way out, but it's not. It's the one that resonates. So this is, again, the hand-carved bead that has the two fish. And as I've explained before, the two fish are actually representative of the yin and yang symbol. It's meant to be the tail of a fish, and that those dots are meant to be like the eye. And the idea is the balance of yin and yang. The yin and yang symbol is meant to depict movement and balance and harmony. So that's what this symbolizes. So this is a hand-carved crystal bead with two fish, one giving way to the next. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that in here some kind of way. We will find a way, we will make a way, we will create a way. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Thank you, Renee. Joanna Sparkle, something for Aunt Karen, your godmother's bipolar stability and overcoming addiction. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and, gotcha, flower, lots of love. You're welcome, Catherine. Yeah, pink opal is wild. I actually, there's a local business. I don't know what she still has on her website. She closed her brick and mortar, and she's kind of pivoting her online business. So she had a sale, and I was like, I got all the crystals she had that I didn't. You can look for her website. It's shoptheeighthhouse.com, I think is it. Yeah, she's another local Philly person. That's really cool. I just typed it into the chat. That's where I got the pink opal. So yeah, but I love it. I'm so glad to have it in, added into the repertoire. So yeah, I've loved hanging out with it too. So let's see. So for addiction, citrine can be really helpful. And mental health stones for that, definitely lepidolite as well as amber are both in there. Bring in some dragonstone. And amethyst. So let's start with amethyst actually. Amethyst is helpful with everything you would think the Serenity Prayer around, but not just in terms of addictions, in terms of any kind of big changes in your life, whether it's a spiritual connection or therapy or anything like that. So amethyst can really help support us to let go of the things that are no longer serving, to accept things that are unchangeable. And it definitely gives us that wisdom to know the difference. It also gives us a lot of support around as we improve ourselves, not beating ourselves up. So that is amethyst. Also helps with an kind of like a nice welcome into your spiritual awakening too. Citrine is very helpful for addictions and compulsions, as well as calling in financial abundance, balancing logic with intuition. It's helpful for nausea as well as fibromyalgia pain, and it's also helpful for making good financial decisions. So let's go ahead and bring in some beautiful citrine. And dragon's blood or dragonstone. This can be particularly helpful. So this helps with grief and loss, but without losing ourselves to self-pity. But where it really, I think it might be helpful for your aunt is learning from our mistakes, the strength and courage to change things, as well as having patience with yourself. Wonderful too for optimism, happiness, wisdom, healthy hair, skin, and nails. And supportive of the thyroid, the immune system, and even the nervous system. So that is dragon's blood or dragon's stone. I've heard it called both. So I hope that helps. Lots of love to you. Awesome. So let's go back to Patty and Chris's requests. If I skipped any of your requests, let me know. Let's bring in some pyrite, some prehnite, some sugilite, azurite, and zebra jasper. Zebra jasper helps with standing up for yourself, especially when you are completely overwhelmed. This is a great one for being just stressed out to the point of not having much left of yourself. It's helpful too for bone disorders, for motivation, and for empowering you to stand up for what you need to. Wonderful for muscle spasms, taking initiative, and anytime that you feel kind of stuck in a rut. So that's zebra jasper. Prehnite is really helpful for facilitating a good learning space for anything spiritual in nature. I keep a lot of this around when I'm teaching Reiki for that reason. It also helps with stopping your mind from racing and wandering everywhere when you're doing meditation or any kind of spiritual work. And it helps with aiding lucid dreaming, prophecy work, divinatory work, shamanic dreaming, any of those kinds of practices. It's wonderful too for anemia, gout, the kidneys, and the bladder. So that is Prehnite. Azurite helps with creativity, as well as connecting with our guides and angels and learning from them, gaining wisdom from that experience. It helps with relieving indecision and worry and brings in a lot of intuition, as well as bringing a lot of insight. And that can be in a lot of ways, from like intuitive insights to insights about our body, or just about, looking at life in a more philosophical way. Helps too with calming the mind during meditation, as well as spinal alignment, muscle spasms, and for overcoming any kind of obstacles and dissolving any kind of energy blockages within. So that is Azurite. Pyrite is superb for the lungs, the brain and memory, especially information recall. If you're studying things, this is a great stone for you. It helps with radiation, the side effects rather of radiation treatments, as well as fever. It's very protective while also opening up our intuitive expansion. And it can also help the body to make the most of a Reiki session. In addition to all that, this is also fool's gold, and it's found near real gold. So it's thought to help call in financial abundance. So there we go. That is pyrite. Red tigerite helps with calling in financial abundance in a hurry, and it is super protective energetically as well as physically, especially against those who would bully you, keep you out, people who are creating obstacles to your path. So, and that's whether they're doing it through malevolent spiritual work, or if they're doing it through just the way they're showing up in life, like gaslighting, bullying, triangulation, all of that. Oh, so fun stuff. So that is red tigerite. Sugilite is really helpful when it comes to connection to collective consciousness or unity consciousness. Anything that has to do with reminding us that we are all interconnected, and what we put into the universe, we put into ourselves. This is very much a stone of world peace, of harmony, and of avoiding otherance. Like, they're the reason. This helps us more with like, wait a minute, what within me is helping hold this space? So yeah, Sugilite. So we will bring in Sugilite, intentions for world peace there. And for Chris, let's bring in Herkimer, rutilated. Green aventurine, rose quartz, So rose quartz helps with supporting our heart center and our compassion center. This helps when we feel really emotionally depleted, or if we just need some extra emotional support. It is superb for moving through letting go of I don't deserve this, and embracing rather I do deserve this. I am a divine manifestation of love, and I do deserve good relationships and good things in my life. So that is rose quartz. Rutilated quartz, which has these beautiful rutils going through it. This is thought to help boost physical energy, especially if you're run down and really depleted. And it's thought to bring focus and clarity to the mind, as well as an intention overall. For many decades, this has been considered a beautiful gift for folks who are dealing with cancer. It's thought to help with, may all these treatments that you're getting, may they target the places that are most affected, and may that energy and all of those treatments go to where they're most effective and impactful in the body. So that is rutilated quartz. Herkimer diamond helps with being in the present moment. It boosts manifestation, and it also boosts intuition. Wonderful for connection to divinity overall, harmonizing discordant or unbalanced energy, and also balancing metabolism. So that is Herkimer diamond, which is not a diamond, but rather a type of double terminated quartz found in the Herkimer, New York region of the US. And green aventurine helps expand our vision of ourselves, what we're capable of. If you find yourself saying, I could never do that, I could never do that, well, this is a stone for you. It helps you to give yourself a little bit of emotional support through doing things that you find challenging. It's also helpful for eye problems, fertility, allergies, and heart rhythms. So that is aventurine. Awesome. Fantastic. Let's also bring in, let's do, I've got just a couple minutes left. What do I want to bring in? Let's bring in some Vivianite. Vivianite, here we go. Oop, there's one more in here. Oop. Vivianite can be really helpful when it comes to loving our body throughout the changes it's going through, whether that's aging or anything else. It can also aid with memory loss that's caused by anything from a brain injury through traumatic experience. It's lovely for bone strengthening and inspiration and zest for life. It helps with big time goal setting, with crushing your obstacles, and with a lot of clarity on our spiritual path. It also helps with ancestor connection and ancestor work. So I think this hits on a number of things that were brought up tonight. So Vivianite. There we go. So that's Vivianite. Swollen feet. Gotcha, Chris. Yeah, let's see what we've got. Yeah, I've got two for you. Let's do that. Okay. So let's first bring in Unakite. This can help with circulation of all fluids in the body and can also help with metabolism and anything having to do with women's health, fertility, onset of menopause or menses, or labor, birth, delivery, all of that. It also helps with addictions, which will definitely help Joanna's request, as well as, I think I mentioned metabolism. So we will go ahead and bring in Unakite. And I was doing some more research into jet, and this actually can help with lymphatic drainage and body swelling. So that's probably what you're experiencing. So this can help with that. This is also helpful for financial stability, as well as processing very deep grief and very acute grief. My favorite stone to give to someone who's just lost someone close to them is actually jet. It's also wonderful for protection against the evil eye, paranormal, anything nasty, as well as helping anyone that's close to a transition. So hospice work, if you're around even an animal companion that's getting close to passing, anything like that, jet can be really helpful. So it's a great hospice stone too. There we go. So I hope that that helps and that you feel better soon. Let's put this one here, that one there. And I think we have a beautiful grid. Ooh, well done, everyone. Thank you, everyone who helped to inspire this beautiful grid. So I'm going to go ahead now and do the thing I normally do, where I explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, how to make the most of your session. And if you would like, if you are so kind, go ahead, take a deep breath in and out, and you can help me lift the energy of the space that you're in, and because we're all interconnected, the space that all of us share. Spend a few moments just reflecting on what you're grateful for. And then whatever of that you feel comfortable sharing in a public setting, go ahead into the chat and just share anything that you're grateful for. And as soon as I'm done with that explanation, we're going to get into the Reiki session. So thank you all for being here, and thank you again for inspiring this beautiful grid. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name's Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I'm so glad to have y'all here with me today. If you haven't already, consider hitting the like button, consider subscribing, and all that good YouTuber stuff. I'm here live 5 times a week. And if you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you would like to sign up for a distance Reiki session, tarot reading, or even shop my Reiki charged crystals, go ahead over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description below. And also you can find in my description below links to all my social media and my email newsletter. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become more of a catch-all term for energy healing in the West, but specifically, I work with what's known as Usui Reiki. Usui Reiki is a specific technique created by Mikao Usui in the early 1920s of Japan during a time when teaching anything that could even be misattributed to a religion, strictly forbidden and big consequences. So this particular style of energy work is deeply spiritual, yet completely secular. I think that's why we love it so much in the West. So for the concept of energy at the root of Usui's practice, for that we're best to look at Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything is thought to be interconnected and inextricably linked. And that spirit, however you define that in this case, provides this beautiful life-sustaining, soul-affirming energy that supports us body, mind, and spirit all day, every day, whether or not we're even aware of it. And essentially what I'll be doing today is connecting with that energy and directing more of it to you, wherever you are and whenever you're watching this stream. So to connect with the Reiki, you don't have to do anything except be open to it. And by being here, you already are. So during your session, you may feel some physical energy, some physical shifts in your body. You may feel some emotions rise up or get released. You may get some mental clarity, be able to think some things through that have been challenging. You may also get some spiritual clarity or epiphanies or even insights or intuitions. You may also have a beautiful healing nap. More than likely, your specific experience will feel like a perfect combination of all of those things, as Reiki already supports our body, mind, and spirit to do the things that they already do for us. This will more or less like allow the body, mind, and spirit to do even more for your greater good. So during the session, you don't have to do anything. You can just kind of find a nice comfy place to sit or lay down, close your eyes if you feel like you want to. But there's no wrong way to enjoy this time. So if you want to incorporate some yoga, some stretches, some journaling, throwing some cards down for yourself, some creativity, some anything, go right ahead. There is no wrong way to enjoy this time. Know that you don't have to focus on anything, and you don't have to keep your mind silent or meditate or anything unless you want to. At any point during the session, if you feel like you get distracted or if you want to go a little deeper, just take a deep breath in and out at your own pace, and it'll bring you right back in. But yeah, get up and get that cup of tea, that glass of water. You don't have to wait till later. Go do that. Come on back, take a deep breath. You'll sink right back in. As I send Reiki to you all for 25 minutes, you will notice that the lights will dim, and you'll notice that the lights too also move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe, and I'll turn the music up. If you'd like to listen to more of the beautiful music you hear playing, check out the link at the bottom of the description to check out her website and her YouTube channel. And thank you all of you who've supported the channel in any way. It allows me to purchase the rights to music that I can play on a live stream that were created by an actual musician. So thank you. At the end of that 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come back in. I'll invite you to come back to your body. If you're listening to this on a recording, you can also just, spin it backwards and listen to the whole session again and experience it again. But you can simply be. You can also wait until I invite you to come back. That's when I'll be able to re-engage with you all in chat. I'll be able to answer your questions. I'll be able to hear any of your experiences that you feel inclined to share. And then we'll go ahead and have a beautiful night. Reiki isn't limited by my human limitations, so I can only be in one place at one time, but Reiki is everywhere all the time. So anytime that you feel like you need a little Reiki and I'm not live, just hit that live button and pick any past live stream. Pick them at random, doesn't matter. You'll enjoy it and it'll be there to support you. And of course, if you want to join me here live, take a look in the description, see my regular streaming schedule, and you can always join us live and put your own requests in the chat. So thank you all so much for being here. It truly is an honor and a privilege to share this healing energy with all of you. Thank you for being here with me. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at that grid and get into the healing. Ooh, pretty. Okay, let's see if I can balance the camera without making it worse. I don't know that I made it any better. That's a little better, actually. There we go. So thank you all so much for helping inspire this beautiful grid. I'm grateful so much for all of you. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. Coffee in the morning, absolutely, Renee. Chocolate milkshakes, Joanna, seriously. Dark chocolate and dogs, yeah, absolutely. This group is like lightning in a bottle. Y'all are amazing, seriously. So everyone, all the best to you. Enjoy your session. I'll see y'all in 25 minutes. I invite you now to come back to your body. Move your fingers and toes and slowly come back. Or don't, just roll over and go back to sleep. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you have anything to ask or share, go ahead and use the chat. You're so welcome, Still Not Still. Hey there, Hattie. Hattie, you want to come up? You and your sister were cuddling during the Reiki. Come here. Want to come up? They were definitely in the Reiki land. They're like, just coming back. Hey. Hey, little Hattie Bumble Hattie. You're a good girl. You're a good baby. Good baby. Yes. You want to come up? Yeah, come on up. Everybody wants to say hi. Okay. Yeah, I made a little place for the cats to sit across from me when I work, when they take their naps, and they've really taken to it. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. I know. Yeah, so soothing but too short. Definitely see you tomorrow evening, tomorrow at 4 p.m. East Coast US time. I will be here. And Friday at both 4 and 8 p.m. East Coast US time, as well as Sunday at 8 p.m. Oh, I'm so glad, Patty. Lots of love to you. Happy new moon in Taurus, everyone. I hope you have a great week too, Catherine. I always look at new moons as better for like planting seeds for me. So if you have any intentions, just reflect on them before you go to bed tonight. And the energy of this new moon will still be with us tomorrow. You can do it then too. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here with an abundance of gratitude to all of you. Thank you so much. Yep, big Reiki family, lots of love to all, and brightest blessings to. Thank you, Patty. Well, everyone have a beautiful evening. I hope to see you again soon. Take care and bye for now.